Welcome to our Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree all bosses tier list. The template you use all bosses. If a boss has duplicates in the DLC, then it only shows up once. But we can obviously have a discussion on like things like the dancing lion and stuff that are kind of they're quite a little bit different. The Death Knights as well. The Death Knights have like different weapons, so we can discuss it and we can like sort of average it out between the two of them. So we've got 36 bosses here, and I'm just going to go through them and just make sure I remember like which one's which. This is the, Ancient Dragon Warrior. If I get names wrong, you can correct me, please do. So that's like, Ancient Dragon Warrior. This is Sansiax, Bayle. Is this, who's this again? Here's this guy, that's a Black Knight. So there's two Black Knights. This is the one we found the other day. This is the one I killed in 5 seconds. I hope chat is prepared for Charlie's toxicity. Oh, jeez. So if you're wanting to take part in the, if you're wanting to make your own tier list, it is pinned. Please do it alongside me, and we'll share everyone's at the end, and I'm going to look at everyone's and judge you at the end. Black Knight Garou and Black Knight Edrad. Right, Edrad is the one in here with the sword. Garou is the one with the sword and the shield that has the tongue. He has the mang. We found him yesterday. The Sword of Solitude is this one, right? Okay, I do remember them. I do. This guy is the blood. They're like blood shaman guy. This is Chief Blood Fiend here. This is Commander Gaius. Yuri. Oh no, Ymir. Ymir the mother man. The mother man. This is a skinny omen man. Is this a boss? Is this the first enemy that you encounter in the DLC that attacks you in the flippin' graveyard in the field? This isn't a boss. I like the inclusion though. I think that's quite funny. Oh, there's the dancer. Dancer of what's her name? Rellana. Dancer of Rellana. This is a Death Knight. There's 2 Death Knights. Don't know which one this is. It's just Death Knight. Where did we get to? Yeah, this guy I'm just gonna put at the bottom. We know this guy. This is Onzi. Heck, Onzi, man. Magia. Yep. Flippin' Demi-Human Queen. Divine Beast Dancing Lion. Dryleaf Dane. Oh, there's the Falling Star Beast. He is here. There he is. Just a baby. These are Ghost Flame Dragons. Golden Hippopotamus. Jagged Peak Drake. Oh! Judy. Judy with his white friend. I like Jody. This was the Lamenter. Messmer, my boyfriend. Radahn, my worst enemy. Meteor, mother of fingers. Oh, here's Meteor the mad. Putrescent Knight. This is Rakashashasha, right? Rakshashasasa, my body is a weapon. Boom, boom, boom. That guy. Found the dragon's meh apart from Bayle. See, I was a mage. I love fighting a dragon. I love it. There's Great Red Bear. Or could that be Rugalia? I think the bears look the same, so we'll just say, yeah, they have the same moveset. I think one roars and one doesn't, but yeah, that's Rugalia or the other Great Red Bear, Ralva. What was the person that was dressed as a bear? Wait, is that Ralva? Or no, that's just Red Bear. That's Red Bear. He's in a mausoleum. This is, of course, Rellana, Romina, Scadutree Avatar. I love this boss. Is this a tree sentinel? Yeah, I'm assuming so because of the horse. Is that tree sentinel, Tim? Hated the ancient dragon fight. Tight arena with the water spreading the lightning around. Yeah, oh god, that was grim, yeah. Yeah, that's for both Red Bear. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, Red Bear. Yeah, okay, right, Tree Sentinel, because there's 2 of those. Furnace Golem! Let's go! Deathrite Birds, because there was a Deathrite Bird as well. The only one I'm kind of curious on is this guy. They do feel like mini bosses, I suppose. Yeah, there's no Leda. There's no Leda in our pals, which I wanted to kind of poop on Leda, because I flipping... That fight annoyed me so much. Yeah, Furnace Golems, technically they don't have a health bar at the bottom either. Labyrinth is here. This one? That's Lamenter. Who is Curseblade Labyrinth again? Aleda's an invasion. Yeah, but I wish that she was included. Hey Chris! Leda was basically Gank Squad. It was Gank Squad without the atrocious run back, so it could always have been worse. Yeah, true. This last one? Wait, this is Curseblade Labyrinth. Did I just like wipe that from my memory? Right, so he was the boss in Bonnie Jail. Okay, I remember Bonnie Jail. Literally, I think he's just like the skinny yeoman guy, but he was the boss version. I probably killed him really quickly. Okay, so yeah, I would have liked the inclusion of Leda. I think I will add Leda just for my tier list, and we're gonna make a start. I think we're good. Okay, so right, starting from, I'm gonna go like main bosses first. I think I'd like to start with Divine Beast Dancing Lion. This was my second remembrance that I found, and after bashing my head against Rellana for so long, I went to Dancing Lion, and I was like, okay, this is a lot. I love the 4 different elements. I love, I think it's got the right amount of health. I think it does the right amount of damage. I don't think it's particularly difficult. I think we got him in about 4 or 5 tries. I just think as a spectacle, he's definitely quite high up. I think as a spectacle, he's really cool. I love the way he like spins through the air. I think he's quite easy to avoid. Apart from things like some of the weather effect, lightning. Lightning is gonna be fun on RL1. I think he's S or no, I don't think he's S. I think for me he's probably A. This second one was yeah, the one that like summons the heckin' basilisks. Yeah, because we just did him last night, and I was like, oh, I'm taking into account a few things, Ole. So like, yeah, difficulty. But if it's difficult, it needs to be hard but fair, which is why Radahn is going to lose some points for me. I'm going off design, how fun it feels to fight, and uniqueness, physical design and encounter design. Yeah, those are my main sort of thing. Yeah, I think he fits in the A tier for me. If you guys want to do this alongside me, it is, yeah, it's still pinned. It's pinned. Please do. But I'd love to see if we do them all together. I'm gonna look at you guys ones after, and we will judge. We will judge each other. Also, I really love, yeah, like Mick saying, like, it was really cool in the trailer to be like, what is this? Who is this? Is this Godwyn? Sad. I mentioned before, my first remembrance boss, and my first boss ever that I found in Shadow of the Erdtree was Rellana, Twin Moon Knight. This boss just kept having more and more, like, surprises. Do you want, like, we can post the picture of Leda, Michael. S tier? Oh, Charlie. So, my problem with Rellana is that she was just so hard. Just so hard for being my first boss, okay? I think she is too hard for how early she is. I think if she was slightly later in the game, she would have had more impact, because she is fantastic, but she was just so hard. But then it's kind of like your Artorias, but you can't like get to Artorias before Sanctuary Guardian. I don't know. So I feel like she's not quite A. I actually think she's also A. The one thing I think stopping her from being S for me was the fact that I went there first. She was my first boss fight, and I was like, what the frick is this? Hadn't found hardly any Scadutree fragments. But when I did beat her, when I finally learned how... Oh god, actually, hang on. The flippin' oh my god, the twin moon attack. Figuring out how to dodge the twin moon attack. The spectacle of the great sword, like, that attack. Oh, actually... She has some really cool attacks. She's just so aggressive, so hard to knock down. For me anyway, like, this was like, as a mage, I don't know if I'll feel differently after doing like a few challenge runs, but yeah, I don't know. Someone said something I should have replied to. Eric's off to work. Have a good day at work. The camera. Yeah, the camera was really tricky with a lot of bosses, Rex. Yeah, especially ones that like jump over your head, like Dancing Lion. Yeah, for sure. Imagine putting Dancing Lion in A tier. Couldn't be me. Where did you put him, Thorn? I'll see your tier list when I'm done, for sure. Yeah, it was Addy. It was me. So the lion actually pushed me outside of the boss arena and was still attacking me, trying to attack me through the fog. Pushed me out of the fog. It was so weird. Chris put it in B because the lack of lore beyond the story trailer takes away from the experience. Oh, the lack of lore? You wanted more? We got a bit. I definitely think we got a bit from like the head, from in the granny, from it being it was like who reanimated it again? What was the voice of the person that was reanimating it? Again, it's hard. Actually, it is hard because we're purely going off first impressions for me because I've only done it the once. Definitely recommend Buddy if you haven't fought the second Divine Beast Dancing Lion. It's got Deathblight and it summons flipping basilisks. It's crazy. There's a picture of Leda if you guys want to add Leda to your tier list. Yeah. Was there any part to see the beast impaled on spears like in the trailer? I'm not sure yet, actually. I'm not sure about that one. My problem with Rellana was you were sorcery. Yeah, other builds she's easier. My Death Knight build in New Game Plus killed her in less than a minute. That's another thing, P-Monks, as well. So this is my personal opinion from one playthrough. I think this will change, probably. But he's fought Rellana twice. One twice in B tier. B, do you think so? She clicked for me, smiley face. But B tier. Okay. Lacks originality? Her name is a spin on Renala's. Her presentation is a spin on Pontiff. She has no cutscene. That's actually, yeah, the fact she has no cutscene. Abominable. But yeah, oh god, when we finally got her, oh my god. The grandma, it is the Hornsent grandmum that reanimates the dancing lion. Got you. Hey Fortis, hello. Loved Rellana, loved her swords. Yeah, as a spectacle, she's brilliant. B tier, easy. Oh, you're just doing them on terms of difficulty. Ah, okay. In terms of difficulty. Got it. I think what else seems like a joke is with her name. Yeah, so immediately you come through and you see Rellana and you go, Twin Moon Knight. And I was like, Rellana. And like finding out from her remembrance that that she's Renala's sister that like chased after Messmer, and like Rellana flipping also soft girl like chased after Radahn. Like my girl's family just has a thing about like psychotic redheads, man. Thanks for following. Okay, next. What was the next remembrance we fought? I think I'm gonna say. Oh no, let's say main boss. So let's say Golden Hippopotamus, right? Because we made our way north to Golden Hippo. To Messmer. To Shadowkeep, I should say. Right, so Golden Hippopotamus, right? So there's a couple things about this boss that kind of annoy me. One was the the charge attack. Oh my god, now we know that Elden Ring is like the game of delayed attacks, right? Wait, you can get Rellana's giant sword ash somewhere. Really? Oh, I never found that either. It seems like it would be really slow. Yeah, Rellana doesn't just have no cutscene or voice lines. Zully showed they didn't even give her a face. She doesn't have a face? No! They didn't get time to finish her. She doesn't have a face, no. Okay, so Golden Hippopotamus, right? So we all know that Elden Ring is the game of like delayed attacks, right? But Golden Hippo has one attack in particular. It's like a charge, opens his mouth and charge. It's a grab that has, oh god, it's got the weirdest timing where it's both very delayed and also like it just grabs you out of nowhere at the same time. It's such a heckin' like awful attack. And does it not like flip? Oh yeah, that's another one. Yes, the camera. That is another one where the camera was just like such a pain in the bum. So yeah, that charge attack really annoyed me. When he gets like the spikes on his back and it seems like it's going to be really scary, it's not really, but he's not meant to, I don't think he's meant to be a hard boss. I think he's just like guarding the keep. They're obviously like these big beasts because you find like loads of them. There's like 5 of them or something. I don't mind Golden Hippopotamus, but this particular one in the Shadow Keep, I didn't like the camera. I don't think it's that bad though. I thought like we killed it quite quickly. It wasn't very hard. I'd like maybe 3 or 4 tries, maybe. It's not that bad. Rellana's head is a black potato. Oh man, well to me her head is the helmet, so. Wait, the hippo charge got patched. It was grabbing people even if they dodged it. Oh, sugar, maybe. Maybe that's why the timing was so weird. I figured it out, but it was really weird. Didn't love it. Carrion Grandeur. Ooh, that is familiar. What I find interesting about Zully's video, she seemingly has short blonde hair. So the hair on her helmet is really just Rellana's hair. Like the big like black ponytail? Huh, okay. I never really had much time to contemplate the Golden Hippo because it didn't last very long. Yeah, like I think the first time we got it to phase 2, we killed it. So yeah, the spikes, it didn't have a very like impactful phase 2. It's between B and C. I think C might be a bit harsh because it's not that bad. I don't think it's bad. So it's B for me. Welcome in, Scarf. None of the hippos are hard, they're just trash. I don't think they're trash though. As a mage. Milady makes a joke out of the hippo. So satisfying. We need to try Milady. And then, of course, right, so Hippo was guarding the boy. Where would you guys rank the boy? Because Messmer is like my favorite boss in the entirety of flippin' Elden Ring. He is S+ for me. The fact that like we're being quite strict, there's no S, but there's an S+. A, really, Charlie, I loved him so much. Like I thought he was so good. He was epitome of hard but fair. Like I felt like if I knuckled down and learned every move, I could attack everything. The one thing with Messmer is that he doesn't have enough health. I think for how fun he was and how like I said, tough but fair. So like you put the time in and you can learn it. Looking at you, Radahn. He should have been, I think that should have been 2 health bars. If he had a whole health bar for phase 1, he'd be S. Yeah, I actually think this is the one boss where I'm like, yeah, I would have liked 2 health bars. He was so fair. Yeah, no nonsense. Yeah, I mean, the first like 10 tries on him, I was like, I'm never gonna get anywhere with this. But then it clicks. Great lore. Oh my god, the cutscene. Oh my god, the first cutscene, right? When you come through the door and there's just the snake. And then when you get to phase 2 and he's like, oh, he is fantastic. Design, boss design, mechanics design, tough but fair, really fun to fight. He's S+ for me. I love him. The snakes as well felt kind of reminiscent of Rykard as well, like the Great Serpent, the first phase anyway. Yeah, he was great. We could at least credit Messmer's snake attack is, oh, I didn't even think about Shadows of Yharnam. I didn't even think about that. It's way more like Shadows of Yharnam than it is like Rykard now that I think about it. Less broken. Great voice acting. The lore. Oh my god. Mother, wouldst thou truly? I like him. Yeah, he's been so like pooped on by Marika. He's had such a like, he's had a soft boy. Soft boy. He's had such a hard time. But yes, we love Messmer. And some people don't, and that's okay, but I do. Right, where did we go next? I don't remember. I think we then, were we exploring... Did I go south? Did I go to Bayle? Yeah, I went to Bayle, didn't I? I went to Bayle. So we're going south. We're going south. Where we had, Jagged Peak Drakes. Oh no, hang on. Let's do some other ones that I did near the start. So, what's the one in the mausoleum? In the... Right, one sec, guys. Sorry for the spam. Blackjail Knight. So Blackjail Knight was a boss. I'm going to say this guy. Was this Blackjail Knight? He was literally just like a little mausoleum right at the start of the game. Right at the start of the DLC. Also, Abs came in and I didn't say hi because I was gushing about Messmer. Sorry. Hi, Abs. Sorry. You can understand. Messmer just does that to me. I think he's the Blackjail Knight. It was the first boss I fought. Yeah, I didn't find that little mausoleum at all. Nope. Surely Bayle needs 2 entries, with and without Egon. No. Bayle encompasses the fact that you can have Egon. Messmer was too early in the DLC and too easy. He didn't really have that much presence in the DLC, what he was made out to be. But you need to kill him. He's a required boss, Yaksha. So that, I feel like, sort of counters that a little bit. You do need to kill him to burn the Scadutree. So... I'm treating S and S+. Yeah, we don't really need S+. I just think, like, it sort of separates him because he's my fave. I think S+ needs one thing in it that's your fave, and then S might have a couple things in it. Okay, so this guy, really easy, quite unmemorable, really. Just a sort of throwaway, like, easy boss. Had, like, sword mechanics. Average for me. C tier, unmemorable. Might feel differently at level 1. But for now, for my first impression, Blackjail Knight's a C. Hey, Paz! Wait. In a tier list of tier lists, S+ is the F tier. For goodness sake. He's a required boss, but he's so early. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Yeah. Okay, next we had Swordmaster Onze. Right. This boss pissed me off so much. This little demi-human guy. He's got sorcery. He's got sorcery. So I tried so hard to like beat this guy with sorcery. He would dodge my spells. He would flip it. He had like jump attacks where he would like... Did he have a grab? Where he like just would one-shot me? It was giving me a terrible time. And then Jack was like, lol, just use your flippin' Uchigatana. And I beat him like right away. But I hated this little guy. I hated him. He's actually like the worst boss in the DLC for me because of the experience that I had with him. He is funny, but just, this is my tier list and he's in the F tier for me. I hate him. You probably had different experiences. Hello, Elegant Shadow. There is one worse. Oh, which one? Well, we'll get to it, Chris. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. What was next? Onze... Ghost Flame, right, I liked the Ghost Flame dragons, okay? So we're just encompassing like all of them here, right? Ghost Flame I liked, the first one that I found was like, corpse, and I was like, that's gonna wake up, that dragon's gonna wake up, look at it, that's gonna attack me, and it was so cool, and it had like Ghost Flame, which I just think is really cool anyway, like there's Ghost Flame in, the base game. And I thought it was really, really cool. It's just cool to find some dragons, you know, because we've been playing for a while and hadn't found some dragons. However, if it was just that one, he would definitely be A tier, yeah? But there's more, okay? There's 3 that I've found so far. I don't know if there's more. Hello, Jakku! Yes, what Chris is saying there. The fact that the 3 of them are all exactly the same, okay? Except for like, oh my god, that one of them has like a million NPCs all also fighting the dragon and also fighting you. Oh, I hated that. I did that off stream to stop me getting too mad. So that pulls it down to B tier because of how much I hated that Ghost Flame dragon. The one that spawns... There's one that spawns skeletons. Is that the one on the Cerulean coast? Yeah, so I would have liked if the three of them all had maybe one different attack. Like, think about base game, right? The dragons are all the same, but they have like different elements, right? Exites has got rot. Flipping, the snowy one. What's the snow? Borealis, right? Has the cold. Like, they're all the same. They have the same moveset. Adula got that Moonblade, right? They're all the same but different. But they didn't do that here. So I'm like, it's B. I like them, but also they could have been better. Curse you, Bayle. Oh, is this Bayle? It is Bayle the Dread. Yeah, I think the first one was cool. The others were boring, but then that one with all of the heckin' ads, I hated it. The fact that they put 3 in, but each has its own gimmick. One is dead, one is in a fight with other enemies, and one summons skeletons. Actually, that's true. They are all slightly different. That's true. But I didn't like it. I liked the dead one. So is Ghost Flame Dragon. What's up next? We've got Grail and Agheel. Where's the difference? Grail and Agheel. Grail's got more health. And you fight him on a bridge. And Agheel comes out of the sky really early in the game and like lands on you. I love Agheel a lot. I do always love... Right, yeah, enemies fighting each other. Right, the twin... Right, I'm gonna just... Right, Jagged Peak Drakes, right? Jagged Peak... Right, again, normal just dragon with normal dragon moveset, except they definitely made these, like, much harder. I feel like they cover way more distance when they lunge at you. Before, I would just do, like, one sprint off Torrent and I'd be far enough away. But no, these guys are... They're definitely, like, harder than base game dragons. The two that you find fighting each other, I flippin' loved them. And they never gave me much of a bother, like, difficulty-wise, because I was a mage and we had Shard Spidal and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. I love these Jagged Peak Drakes. They're A tier for me. The two that are fighting each other, I just thought was so great. Club Butterflies. Hi, Damien, Death to Kronos. Hi, Juicejiro. I don't know what you're doing, but I totally disagree. Oh, that's a shame. That's okay. You're allowed your opinions. I love dragons. I love fighting dragons. I love dragons in Soulsborne. So dragons are always going to rank quite high for me. I think it would take a lot for me to rank a dragon lower than B. I prefer Jagged Peak Drake over Ghost Flame Dragon. Yeah, I think same. Yeah, it felt just more like a dragon fight. But I do really like the spectacle of the Ghost Flame Dragon. Just that one with all the ads I just hated so much. The only good dragon from the DLC is Bayle. The rest are trash. But they're not... Bayle is... Well, actually, apart from Sansiax. They're on different levels, though, Charlie. You've got fodder dragons, right? These are fodder dragons. Like, you know, in base game, you've got Placidusax, and then you've got, like, the one at the end of the bird, like, gauntlet. Like, there's no comparing those two, like, enemies. Like... Some are meant to be fodder and some are meant to be incredible. And that's what makes the incredible ones incredible. Oh, I found a pretty good strategy for Ghost Flame Dragons. Yes, please. Do you want to just pop it in the forum? Ancient Dragon is the F tier Souls Dragon. Ancient Dragon from Dark Souls 2. Just hang out in the toes. Okay, so after Jagged Peak Drakes, we have Ancient Dragon Sansiax. I did mention this as being like, it's sort of a step up from Jagged Peak Drakes, but like below Bayle. However, I just don't think it's A tier. I don't know. I liked the simplicity of these guys. This just seemed really hard, didn't it? I mean, I killed it really quickly, but I had Shard Spidal, so I have to put myself in the shoes of someone using Bloodhound Fang, etc. I feel like Sansiax, there's a few things that made it a little bit silly. It's stronger than it should have been. Yes, I think so. The fact that you have to beat him to then go and beat Bayle is crazy. I'm just a big dragon fan. I don't think it's A. I actually think it's maybe B for me, because it was so easy and I just love a dragon, but it did feel, for other builds for sure, and also even for me, it did ridiculous damage. Hi Adam, do you want to join in? It's pinned if you wanna make yours. We can compare. Yeah, just something about Sansia. I can't like put my finger on it. Is it just that it was hard? Is it just that it was hard? Is it different from the one in Altus? I think it's the same attacks. Yeah, Ollie, yeah, it's the same attacks. But because the fact that it fights in water and it uses lightning, it has a splash damage. Every time it like does that, it has like a big massive AoE like splash because lightning water conducts electricity. You can ride past him. No, Chris, we don't skip bosses here. We don't skip bosses. When you get a Bayle, it shows you how good they can be. Yeah, it says, right, wasn't a bad fight. Like Hippo, like Ghost Flame Dragon. Wasn't a bad fight. It was a good fight. Just something about it, just, yeah. But now, the boy, the one-legged heckin' boy. Bayle is S tier. I don't think there's actually any discussion. I don't think anyone would rank Bayle lower than S tier. I'm curious, is there anyone who would rank Bayle lower? Bayle has everything. Bayle is like unique, difficult, a spectacle, fun to fight, ridiculously satisfying to beat, ridiculously easy if you're a certain build. I feel like every boss needs a certain build that just obliterates them. I found the Bayle one. Egon. So like lore wise, we'd met this screaming guy who was just like, Bayle, and then we follow him up the mountain and then we get to summon him and he's just like, curse you, Bayle! Incredible. Incredible. He's S tier. He's up there with the best. And then if you were one of those guys who killed Egon, this is now base game. I don't want base game, we want DLC. There we go. Hey Miguel, hello. Egon gave Gyobu a run for his vocal cords. Oh my god. It was so good. However, you can sneak up behind him and cheese him with Poison Mist. Bobe is gonna enjoy that a lot. I don't think that should, because a boss can be cheesed, I don't think that ranks him down, really. I don't think that makes him less good because he has the option for a cheese. It was very David versus Goliath, yeah. The story behind it, if you'd been following it, as well as obviously the spectacle of the fight, yeah, Bayle's great. Plus cheese is life, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's that line done with Bayle. Who have we got now? We've got a couple little guys to do. Dryleaf Dane. I actually fought Dryleaf Dane quite early. That was very cool. So Dane, we had to. The only reason we got the boss fight is because we figured out a little the little puzzle with him. Hi Nebby, good afternoon. Where we had to like sort of emote to him, we had to like bow to him or something. And then it takes you into like this arena, this invasion arena where you get to fight him and he's like hand to hand. He is boring, Charlie. He's super easy, but hard does not equal good. Easy does not equal bad, okay? So the arena was very small. It's because it's an invasion. Because we're invading him, kinda, right? I like Dane. I don't think I like him enough to be with these guys. And I don't think I dislike him enough. Actually, do you know what? C tier is probably good for Dane because I didn't hate him. There's things about him I liked, like the Black Jail Knight, but I didn't dislike him. Like, D is for dislike, C is for okay. I think he's okay. Yeah, C tier. Yeah, average, good. Yeah, good. Not great, fantastic, etc., but also not bad. Yeah, he's... Who else we got? Ah, Death Knight! Oh, let's chat about Death Knight, right? Death Knight's very cool. Very hard, actually. I think for what they are, they were challenging, right? I found 2. Is there more than 2? I think there's 2. Yeah, there's only 2. Yeah. The second one in the Scorpion River is deliciously different. Yeah, they are hard. The grab was like pretty much a one-shot for me, or pretty much a GG, because like it heals him to full. He's got like a spin, like a lightning spin, and the flipping, he's got like a heckin', oh my god, his attacks. I don't remember every one of his attacks, but his attacks were very cool. I'm putting Death Knight, I think, in the A tier. I really like the Death Knights, yeah. It's like a... Wait, you guys said the same thing. It's like a dance. Yeah, it is. You've got pillars in the room because you're fighting him in a catacomb, so you've got little, like, corners that you can hide around kind of thing. Of the Death Knights. Who should we do next? Where did we go next? Oh, Ancient Dragon. Yeah, we can do South with Ancient Dragon Man and Putrescent Knight, right? That was down that way, wasn't it? Right, so Ancient Dragon Man. Centipede Lady? No, she's like, we'll wait a wee while for her. Right, what's his actual, is his name actually just Ancient Dragon Man? Is that actually his name? It flippin' is! Ancient Dragon Man! Okay. In terms of design, I flippin' love that the dragon stone, dragon headstone, dragon like torso stone is in this game, and that you can get it and use it. I love it so much. And the fact that like this little dragon guy came like running up to me, I was like, oh! It's like from Dark Souls 2, or it's like from Dark Souls 1. It's like from all the Dark Souls. That made me very, very happy. Yeah, bump him up a tier because of his goofy little name. Ancient Dragon Man. Yeah, drops the best flipping katana for fighting Bayle. Whose music is this? Oh, this is Dancing Lion. Yeah, he's great. I actually can't fault him. The most famous superhero in the lands between. Ancient Dragon Man. Ancient Dragon Man. I can't fault him, but at the same time, he doesn't have anything like proper pushing him up to A for me. So I think he's B, not because he has lost something from A, but because he doesn't have something to push him up to A. I think B is good for Ancient Dragon Man. Hello, Daniel. Welcome in. Ancient Dragon Man makes me wonder, how do you get such a man? I can only think of the Chicken Man in the Fallout show. It's by using an ancient dragon stone. Yeah, B is fair. He invades you before the boss fight. Like, what's the point? It's, yeah. That whole, like, ancient dragon, like, temple thing, though, was really cool. I liked it. But then, of course, we come through it. And then we headed, like... Oh, no! That's where we found Dancer of Rellana, isn't it? We go south and we find the Cerulean coast. Yeah, Sparkles became ancient dragon women. Do you guys like Dancer? I love Dancer because, as we all know, Elden Ring is a girly game for girls. I've just realized I hit the chat. Sorry about that, guys. There we go, chat is back. I love Dancer. I love her connection to Tanith. Wait, what? She's connected to Tanith? Didn't pick up on that. Disappointed that it wasn't out in the blue flower fields, like in the trailer. I think the trailer was showing a player character using her Ash of War. I wish her weapons was better. Yeah. She's a little boss that's not that hard to kill, so her weapon being not that great, I guess, makes sense. Without her fire attack, she'd have been more interesting. It stalled the fight. What fire attack? She didn't last long for me. Oh, because Tanith was a dancer from a foreign land, and this lassie was also a dancer from a foreign land. Ah, I think she's also B for me because of the same reason as Ancient Dragonman. Like, she has things that I love about her. Like, I love her design and I love her, like, twirly, whirly, heckin' girliness. But not enough to put it in A, I don't think. Dance is S+. My New Game Plus run is in her armor, and I feel like a kick bottom fighter. A kick bottom. Kick ass? Yeah, yeah. I like her and she's fun. Yeah. I think B is fair. We're gonna end up having a lot in B. Okay, right, so that was down the south. So then also down the south, down like the Hual, was Putrescent Knight, right? We should have, guys, we should have the anal beads heckin' gauntlet as a boss fight, because that was harder than flipping Putrescent Knight. Just getting to him. Okay, let's talk about this fight. I don't think I'm allowed an opinion on this fight, because I disrespected this boss, like, massively. He is hard. But hard, he's hard, but not fun. P-Max is saying he is fun once you figure out the AoE attack. Yeah, I can see that, yeah. Why does he inflict frost and not sleep? It should be sleep, shouldn't it? He's guarding Saint Trina down in an arena. Saint Trina in an arena filled with like her lilies and all sorts. All the sleepiness is all very, very sleepy. Frost. I didn't really enjoy this fight either. Yeah. I did love parts of it. I loved the fact that you had to like jump this like leap of faith to get down to him. I didn't love that I had to do it every single time to fight him. He hits so hard. He's so aggressive. His like ground fire AoE, I never figured out how to truly avoid that. I know it's a jump, but it was like a weird timing. It's like the visual stayed for longer than the hitbox or something. Yeah, he gets off the horse and then both charge at you. I kind of liked that, but it was just a little bit too hard. Like, I liked the idea of it, them being together, but then them also being separate. Charlie mentioned he might be like a sort of like a Radahn reference, where it's like Radahn's horse was crippled and Putrescent Knight's horse is also crippled because he's guarding Saint Trina. Saint Trina obviously being a part of Mikola, and then Mikola has a thing for Radahn. So that's kind of cool, but also, yeah, I don't know. I just saw Orphan of Kos riding a flippin' pony. But I, of course, drunk a lot of potions and then killed this boss in about 6 seconds with Comet Azure. So I feel like my opinions on this boss, I don't really have any. Hi, Melectus. I don't really have an opinion on this boss. I think, if anything, I disliked it. It was more dislike than it was like, actually. Oh, maybe we'll feel differently after trying it on another character, but I just didn't like it. No, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it because, like I said, he was very easy, like 6 seconds. But, yeah. Hey, welcome in, Dark Sun. The skeleton on top is actually a horse's skeleton. Wait, what? The thing holding the giant, like the weapon, riding the horse is also a horse. Really? The 20-second drop combined with the 30-second sprint to get to the drop. Well, that said, like someone who has never played Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 1. Elden Ring spoils us with too many flippin' graces and Stake of Maracas, and like I said, I think we should maybe do this again after I've had a couple playthroughs and maybe it'll change. The drop was cool like the first 2 or 3 times, and then just got long. I disappointed. Yeah, it did get a bit long. I played Dark Souls. I know you did. I'm just trolling. When I did eventually beat him, I did it in 4 hits with Starfist. Yeah. Oh, tell me about Starfist. Was this one of the ones on Charlie's list? Actually, it is. Tell me more about Starfist, please, because I never picked that one up. Bibi says hi. Plummy, hi. Bring back Dark Souls and Demon Souls runbacks. People have forgotten. No, don't bring them back. Don't bring them back. Just be grateful. Like, I'll take Elden Ring's 30-second drop. That's fine. Bed of Chaos. Oh, where you have to keep putting the ring on. Do you know what the worst run back is as well? Right, here's a good one. The worst boss run back that you don't have to fight any enemies for is actually Nashandra / Aldia / Throne Watcher, Throne Defender. Because you need to put on the flippin' King's Ring to open the door. The door shuts every single time. And the ring gives you no benefit for the fight. So you have to, like, optimally, you would switch it out. Like, after going through the door. And then you have to put it back on again to get through again. The worst boss run back where you don't fight any enemies. Actually, no, there is an enemy. There's an enemy there on Scholar of the First Sin. One of the statues comes to life. So it's even worse. But in vanilla, there was no enemy there. Hey, Ice! Love the Starfist playthrough I'm doing right now. So it sounds like I need to pick up the Starfist. This was for RL 1. Apparently it's very good. It's not as bad as the first time I didn't realize that Stakes of Marika were the ideal respawn points. And redo. Oh, Radahn. Radann's a unique one, I guess, Chris, because you would have had to do the festival cutscene every time. Putrescent Knight is middle of the road, C tier. Yeah, for me it's D, and like I say, that might change, but yeah, no. Placidusac's runback is probably the worst runback in Elden Ring. The Abyss Ring for the Four Kings, yes, but no, that's different, I guess. You would just keep that on because you need to have that equipped for the fight. Whereas with the Dark Souls 2 last bosses, you don't have to keep it on. Yeah, the Nito run back, the Seath run back. Okay, right, who's next? Who's next? We did Putrescent Knight, right? Okay, so who's next? We've got these 2 black knights, right? Let's just get these out of the way. I might keep them there actually. No, the one with the tongue is B. The one with the tongue is B because it was just so funny. But they're not challenging. You find regular versions of these enemies all the time. They're not super unique apart from the one with the tongue. The tongue actually goes back down to C because you can't win the tongue. Yeah, they're just okay. They're just okay. Not challenging, not exciting, apart from this guy. Yeah, they're okay. But that was Black Knight Gareth and Black Knight Edward. Edreed and Garou. Like, meow. Meow. You can't win the tongue. Yeah. The disappointing thing with the tongue. Yeah, exactly. And he also dropped. Do you know what? Put him down. Because he dropped a shield that I already had. Put him down. Okay, let's get another couple of the little bosses out of the way. We have Chief Bloodfiend. I liked Chief Bloodfiend. I'm going to put him in B for Bloodfiend, because I quite liked him. Next. I liked the big sort of blood ogre type guys, apart from the fact they made my controller randomly buzz. I didn't like that. But this one has like a really cool bleed whirlwind ability. It wasn't entirely like face roll easy either. I came very I'm pretty sure I killed it first try, but this was the only boss I killed first try, I think, in the DLC. Yeah, I liked him. But yeah, I didn't dislike him enough to put him down to C. No, I think he was cool. Yeah, I liked him. Right, so who else we got? Oh, Magia? Could I even tell you what Magia did? Reskin from a base game fight. that I killed really quickly, had lots of ads. C. C for Maggie, because... Oh, but the sword that she gives you. Yeah, just okay. Who else? Right, Falling Star Beast, as much as I really love Falling Star Beast, in the terms of the DLC... Ooh, actually, this was disappointing. As excited as I was to find a Falling Star Beast, right? Of course, learn it's not a secret. It's a reuse, right? And it's got nothing unique about it. It was super weak for the DLC. Yeah, died really quickly. No new attacks, no surprises, no... Like, you even saw it coming. Like, it didn't even have that thing that they do in base game where they're not actually spawned until you go, like, into the middle and then they spawn. And it's like a little surprise. It's very strange, Addy, yeah. It's, I know why it's there. I don't think it's there for no reason. It's there because they want to hit home the fact that, because Meteor fell into the realm of shadow, fell from an asteroid or whatever, comet, whatever you want to call it. But so the Falling Star Beast also fell from comets from the sky. So there's that like sort of link there. And they fell in the realm of shadow just like they fell in the lands between. So that it's not totally random. Like there's a little bit of lore there, and I love Falling Star Beasts. I think they're very cute. I like their fight. I think they're very challenging. They're very annoying. But it's in C tier in terms of DLC bosses because I was just a bit... Same as Magia, where I was just like... This is just the same as base game. But I love you! Don't hate me! Who else we got? Oh, right, we got these two. Right, we got Jody, Lamenter. Tree Sentinel, I'm just going to go ahead and pop, actually, for the same reason as Falling Star Beast. Maybe even lower, because I don't actually like Tree Sentinels. They're okay. Like, base game, I have great feelings towards him because of how early he is and how hard he is. But, like, in the DLC, I was like, huh? You have the lore of them guarding Marika's. Yeah, there's two of them. They're guarding Marika's, like, hometown, which is kind of nice. But I think, yeah, same reason as these two. I don't hate the fight. No, I don't hate the fight, but there was nothing new. They were just there, same as base game. It made sense, but yeah, it wasn't exciting. So yeah, C, just they're good. They're okay. Yeah. Right, we got that guy. We got these are all main bot. We got this guy. There's the bears. Will we do the bears? Deathrite Bird is going there for the same reason as well. Actually, the Deathrite Bird was kind of cool because... Oh, actually, I quite liked this, right? Because it's in an area with the new death birds. You know, the sort of statue birds that have the, like, the death heckin' projectiles. It was in an area with loads of them, and like when you rode too close to the like statues, they weren't statues at all, they came to life, and there was all these like bird ads on top of this fight, which was kind of cool. The lore is really, really cool, obviously, because yeah, realm of shadow, the land of death or whatever, so yeah, there's a Deathrite Bird there. Yeah, but it's not cool enough, I think, to be B. I think I still have that kind of, oh, this is exactly the same as the base game. So yeah, like anything that's exactly the same, just it goes in C for me. Unless I hate it. I don't hate it. So, yeah. Who else we got? Right, bears. Bears are here. Right. Flippin', let's talk about the Furnace Golems, which is not actually a boss. But I guess they have like a puzzle behind them. And there's loads of them. Did you guys like the Furnace Golems as a stand-in to the Erdtree Avatars? You know, as something that's like not super simple to kill. Quite difficult. And they drop a tier for your physique. Yeah, thanks for following, by the way. They do look cool. They're fun to fight, right? See when you first realize how to kill them. You know, obviously like attack the leg until they fall over. And then you do massive damage. Or you throw the pot into them. Like, I like a boss that has like a puzzle to it a lot. I love a puzzle boss, right? There were too many of them. Oh no, sorry. Not a fan, too much health. I liked a few of them. No one's saying there's too many. Do you think there was too many? A couple of them are not the same as well, because one you have to reanimate as well. They're fine. Charlie thinks they're fine. Amazing first impression. Yes, you find one really, really early. They look cool, but after one or two, they're meh. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. It should have been a boss and far less of them. But once you know what to do, they're not hard. I think fighting them without Torrent would be hard. They look cool. Amazing first impression. The puzzle aspect of them I really like. I'm putting them in A, and I don't want anyone to be mad at me because I really like them. I really like them. I would count like all of them as like one boss. I like them. They do like Iron Golem style staggers. Yeah, did you not like that? I thought that was really cool. But after you know how to kill them, the mystique is gone. I was just annoyed when I saw more. But like, take for example, so some of them do different things though. So the one in Ruins of Ra'u that like tilts his head down and like spews at you in this big like fiery vortex, like yes, you're always finding new ones, but I think they're always like I think they're always exciting to me. The aggro distance is ridiculous. Wait, the armored foot ones. Right, I don't think I found an armored foot one. The ones that you have to throw the pot into. I don't think I found that one. Because someone mentioned it, BT. And I was like, huh, because we were figuring out how to move the one in the Ruins of Unte. And I was like, huh. You know? I don't think there's too many. There's the right amount. Yeah, I personally was always excited finding a new one. To my knowledge, there's only one that I've not killed. Maybe I should go and check that out. That might be the Iron Foot one. It felt like a bit of a grind when you just had to hit the legs for a while. Well, you're not hitting them with enough stagger, maybe. Derek! Sorry, I just got here. Why is fake Yoda so low? I hated him. I hated this boss. Do I need more of a reason than that? I hated him. It's a bit of a troll. He wasn't that bad once I used a sword rather than sorcery, but I was trying him with sorcery and I hated him. They're part of the reason for the frame rate issues in the DLC because they're permanently loaded in. Oh, so the more you kill, the better your game runs. I have no idea how to kill the ones that you can't hit the feet. You throw a furnace pot into them. Yeah, and they explode. The one you use through pots into is cool, but also annoying because that's the only way. I like it. I'd flip it, but I'm a Demon Souls girl. Like anything that has a puzzle, I'm like, I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10. Old man clapping in the audience gif. My sock has come off, guys. Morning, evil fat guy. Good morning. Good morning. If anyone is wanting to share their opinions on the DLC bosses, we've got the tier list linked just in the chat. It's pinned. Feel free. It won't have Leda on it. If you want to comment on Leda, you can add her. I had to add her. We're just talking about Furnace Golems. I'm pretty happy with them being an A. I quite like them. The one going up to Rabbit's Rise. Yes, that's the one I've not killed. That's the one I've not killed. And the one on the way to Finger Mummy. What? Missed that too, apparently. And then one in the area with the Deathrite bird. What the butts? Okay, I missed 3? Didn't see you fight him. What was the issue? Oh, right, so yeah. Because it was a mage, and because I thought, oh, it's just a little guy, I really underestimated him, and he kicked my ass. And we just had a terrible time. And flipping a streamer who I really, really like, big streamer, like was in my chat watching me get my ass kicked by this boss. So I've got like horrible, like embarrassed feelings, memories about this boss. Hello, Dryleaf, hello. What is the trick with beating them without the pot? You hit their leg for long enough, Hannah, until they fall over. And when they fall over, you can critical stab the face. And they do ridiculous damage. Anything with a gimmick. I love anything with a gimmick. I love it. I don't want the whole game to be gimmicks like Demon Souls is. Which is why flipping King of Land is so good, because it's like no gimmick. But anyway, yeah, I like one or two, for sure. Shooting a pot from downtown like Kobe. How about a bit of chaos? Liv, we've already done a Dark Souls, I think it was 1, 2, and 3 actually, bosses tier list. I like Bed of Chaos, but I also hate Bed of Chaos. It's complicated. I have a complicated relationship with Bed of Chaos. I didn't find the furnace pot until I watched Rachel's How to Souls video. Rachel, cool. On the way towards Ymir, yeah, hidden grotto I must have not found. The tier was perfect for my mage. The tier, sorry. Which tier? Refuse to use pots on the armored feet ones, so use spear threads to shoot them in the face for half an hour. Okay, well, fat guy, if that's what you wanted to do. I thought there was 3 involved. Oh yeah, sorry, Hannah. Yeah. So you have to, so you know when you're hitting something and it goes bang, and that sounds like it's being staggered. Some bosses, Melania for example, they need multiple staggers before they are properly staggered. The furnace golems need 3. Oh my god, BT is also a Hannah. Well, you're BT and then Hannah Spoons is Hannah. No, because you said you love puzzles. Yes, I also said I love Bed of Chaos. Next, let's talk about Jody. Right, so Jody, who was it that hated Jody? Was it Melectus? One of you guys pure hates Jody, and I just want to talk about it. Right, so Jody is the boss of, like, just this forgettable boss in a catacombs, right? But it's the catacombs that has a back door, and the back door opens out into the abyss, okay? So I'd be lying if I said that didn't play into this, like, somewhat. Where it's like, he's guarding. He's actually a good guy. He's trying to stop, like, me and Torrent from going into this really scary area. But also, I just, he cloned himself. He had, like, a wide lad. There was lots of, like, tombstones, like Godric the Grafted style, where you could, like, hide behind the tombstones. Like, as a mage, I thought he was really fun to fight. He's not a good guy. He is, though. He's trying to stop us from I don't know Jody's lore, but I have really... See, when I think back to fighting Jody and how much fun it was to fight and how he makes me feel, I really love Jody. He's the most, like, little forgettable flippin' boss. If I really liked him. He's the one that impaled Midra. Oh, I like him more now. This is actually Godskin Apostles. I'll put it back to DLC. He's the baddie. I like him. I like him. He just made me laugh so much when he summons his wide friend. He's got such a wide friend. I wonder if I can find a picture for you guys. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Here is the wide lad. He's so good. Here is the, so this guy, he like summons him to and he just like, he doesn't even do a godskin like noble. He doesn't like roll around or that. He just like comes at you. He like spins. I think he spins. Oh, it's just so funny. Just made me giggle. I like Jody. He's A tier. People saying Judy stun locked me the first time I went in the arena and he killed me. I will never like that boss. His awful spiral sorceries and his summon spam. It's just too much in one fight. There are going to be some bosses that were just easier for my build, so I might change my mind when I try him at level 1. Yeah, he was a fun guy. Yeah. Wide Friends, hitbox is too big when he spawns in. You can't roll under him. That annoyed me. Well, he's large, isn't he? He's large. That's okay. Once again, really interested to see how everyone's opinions are different. I'm interested. I think we agree on a lot of things, but we disagree on some things as well. This was, oh, was this guy not really cool? Is this Rakshasa? Right, you get ranked quite high for your name alone. Rakshasa Shashasa. With the great katana. This was surprisingly challenging. I thought he was just going to be a little guy. But he was quite hard, actually. Did you guys like Rakshasa? I think he's B for me. I didn't love him, but I think he was very good. He definitely stands out more than like Black Gel Knight or like Dane, like these. He's definitely a level above like these guys. The item that he drops was good too. What does he drop again? Cool armor. Easy B. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I liked him. Yeah, easy B for Rakshasa. We then have a Lamenter. I think when I fought Lamenter the other day, some of you didn't like Lamenter. This is a boss that's just end of a jail or a catacomb. No, it's a jail. At the end of a jail. Charlie, is it Charlie? You didn't like him? So this boss is a gimmick where he disappears and he summons lots of clones of himself. Kind of like a boss in WoW in Scholomance. You have to hit all the clones. It's kind of like Pinwheel. Yeah. You have to hit all the clones. If you don't kill all of the clones in time, they all one by one like appear around you as like a debuff and they all hit you. But the more that you kill, the less you're like hit. Which I loved as a gimmick. However, because he was such a little like easy boss, little throwaway boss, I feel like the gimmick, I didn't even understand what the mechanic was. I didn't realize, like, I think we killed him first try and I was like, what are these like heads around me? I didn't know. Like, it didn't even go off. I had such high damage by this point though. This was during our cleanup, so maybe it would be different if I had fought him earlier. But as far as the boss design goes, right? I don't know if I liked him more than these guys. Actually, I'd maybe rank him alongside Dancer. Yay. Maybe he is B for me as well. Yeah, I liked the gimmick, but it was too easy for the gimmick to stand out. Exactly. I think so. If there's 7 of them up, then it's insta-death. See, I like that. I think that's cool. I think that's cool, but it just fell flat a little bit. If it was, if he had like double the health, he'd be A tier, I think. Hi Clinton, good afternoon. Hello, hello. I just don't like little guys. I feel you, Charlie. Yeah, it's hard to get excited about little bosses like that. Like Joni's up here because he made me laugh. That's all. Not because of the fight. The fight was good actually. I liked the fight. Like Fool's Idol, yeah. His item is fun and cool. Transforms you into this little guy and then makes your head go really big. If you wear his helmet, you get to look like him. Yeah, another like full body transformation thing, but less exciting than being a dragon man. Why would I be this when I could be ancient dragon man? Next on our list of little guys is this guy who I forgot was even a boss. Because he's so unmemorable, I'm popping him in C. I think he's just a boss version of the like skinny sort of circular blade like omen guys that attack you like throughout the game. I don't remember fighting this boss. He seems to be like he's in a cave. I don't remember him. He must have just died really quickly. But from what I understand, yeah, cool standard enemy, but as a boss, meh. Yeah, I'd rank him alongside like these guys, where like cool, but like not memorable, really. Not bad, not disliked. He wasn't memorable enough for me to remember that I didn't like him. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he's a C. What, Labyrinth? Curseblade Labyrinth. Yeah, just okay. Yeah, very okay. Whiskey, welcome in. I remember fighting him as the standard enemy. I think, yeah, the moveset's cool. Yeah, the jumpy spinny. He makes the cave dark. Sorry. S tier so far we have Messmer in the S+ tier. Bayle in the S tier. A, which is for great bosses. Dancing Lion, Rellana, Jagged Peak Drakes, Death Knights, Furnace Golems, and Jory. B for good, but not great. No, sorry, great. Yeah, so these are, right, A is fantastic. No, I think S is fantastic. A is great, B is good, C is okay. Yeah, that's it, that's it. So good, Hippo, Ghost Flame Dragon, Sansiax, Ancient Dragon Man, Dancer of Rana, Chief Bloodfiend, Rakshasa, and Lamenter. And then C, who's like, they're either reuses, which kind of annoyed me, but not enough to be in like dislike. And then these little bosses here, which I just thought were okay, just okay, entirely unmemorable. P-Bunks was telling us about Labyrinth actually had a mechanic where he put you in the dark briefly, and that is familiar. And that was pretty cool, but not on the same level as I thought that like Lamenter was cool, kind of thing. Okay. We need to do a tip run. Oh, that's 15 minutes, Thorn. Do it now. Go on. How's Bayle not S+? Because S+ you can only have one boss. S+ is for top favorite. So yeah, that's Messmer for me. Easy. You gotta explain Jory to me. Ah, did you miss when we were talking about Jory? Right, so Jory I think is just very funny. Jory makes me happy. That's all. As a mage, I really liked fighting Jory. I thought the fight was really fun. I liked hiding behind all of the tombstones, etc. I liked dodging his incantations. I also really liked when he summoned his wide friend, because it was just very funny. Not that fat people are funny, okay? I just wasn't expecting it, and it was just really funny. It was just really funny. It made me very happy. And also he's guarding the abyss. I'm funny. Exactly. No. No. I just liked him. And Onze, I disliked him. I hated him. So it's yeah. Oh, also Ginge, I disliked Putrescent Knight. I didn't like him. I think it was too hard. I didn't like him. I didn't have time to like him. Maybe on subsequent runs. Okay, so we're getting there. We only got a few left. Let's speed it up a little bit. We got bears. I love the bears. However, the bears are just very hard. They're hard in base game. They're hard in DLC. I love fighting them though. I love fighting them on the back of Torrent. I don't know if I'll change my mind when I'm fighting them as a melee. But how could I what, Jace? How could I what? I like their design. I love their reward, the like bear communion. I love it. But as far as like fight design goes, they didn't do much that was different from base game. So by that standard, I should rank them alongside Deathrite Bird and Tree Sentinel and Fallen Star Beast. But they did have the the new additions. So it ranks them up. I think they're B. I don't particularly like love the bear fights. I just love the actual bears. Oh, but the flippin' the bear warrior. Red bear. So I think I loved Red Bear because he's just a bear guy. But is he A? I don't think he's A though. B for bear. They're so flippin' strong. Yeah, Red Bear is fun, isn't he? But I just don't think he's A. One of the bears had Garang's attacks. Yeah, that was the Regalia. I like the bears. The bears are fun. I just don't think they're A. I don't think. Might be different after a melee playthrough. I don't know. The one that gives you the hat. Huge fan. Oh, huge fan actually. Bear Communion. It was very exciting. It was kind of a letdown in the end. I don't know, we haven't done the bear run yet. No, we'll go with B. B for bear. Right, okay, so, let's do Matir and Ymir. Right, Ymir... Ymir only becomes a boss after Matir. So firstly, Matir. I can be Owl. Oh, thank you, Ginge. Right, what did you guys think of Matir? Mother of Fingers, right? S tier. Whoa. Matir was a handful. I liked Matir. Bit wank. Underwhelmed. Yes. Wait, no. Ymir. No, I'm on about Matir. Mother of Fingers. Not a chance. It's not S. No. The hand birthing. It's right. I love a body horror boss, actually, which is probably why Charlie likes it as well. I love something that just makes me terrified, actually. The attacks were really good. The attacks were really good. One of them, I just could not figure out how to dodge. But in the end, I ended up doing cheesy tactics, so I feel like I didn't get to fight her properly. But if you were to, say, compare her to Putrescent Knight, who I resorted to cheesy tactics for, but just didn't like, I liked her and actually felt a bit guilty that I killed her so fast. She's an A for me. Very memorable design. Very memorable fight. The big, like, gravity bomb at the end. That was cool. Hello, Zichiraya. Hello. I suspect that Matir is the thing that Marika pulls the gold from. Makita. Makita. It feels very Bloodborne. Yeah. Not right. Okay. Yeah. The ads, that was annoying. But then it wasn't hard for me. Matir was really quite easy for me. But like I said, this might change in future. The arena-wide AoE that's almost impossible to avoid should not have made it into the fight because it feels unfair. It's crazy, but it's a spectacle. I love the spectacle in the same way that I love, like, Estelle. Estelle has some attacks that are quite hard to dodge, but just looks so cool. The ads, the little fingers, the fingers that come out of her, the little fingers. She births the little finger hand things. The reveal is... Oh, let's talk about how you actually fight her as well. Does that come into it? Because, like, doing the two finger areas and then that third, like, hidden finger area that Nietzsche found in about, like, 3 seconds. I think she was cheating. That took us flipping ages because I was convinced it was something in the graveyard. The puzzle element of that, very good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with A for her. I quite liked Matir. The damage that this boss does with, like, the slam attack, that was insane. Yikes. What's her name from Bloodborne? The One Reborn. Yeah. The One Reborn? There's a fine line between spectacle and straight up bull poop. Bull poop. I agree, P-Mux, but like I said, I killed her before she did that, so this is my opinion, and I might feel differently in the future. The ruins themselves, yeah, not very good. But the fact that we had to track down the two and then find the third one, I thought that was kind of cool. I quite liked that. I would have wished that each one had a mini boss. That would have been cool. Even just a giant hand or something would have been cool. Yeah, One Reborn mixed with Ebriatus. Ebriatus? I don't know. I've never known how to say that. Anyway, I liked Matir. Do you know who I also really liked? Ymir. Not more than the bears, though. Right. Ymir, in the same way as Jory, just made me really happy. Just really made me giggle. This is a troll. This is a troll, yeah. This is a troll. He's like, I just want to be mommy. I have my little finger pet. I just want to be mommy. Ymir's, like, transformation after you kill Matir, he becomes the mother of fingers, and he just has all these fingers coming out of him. It was just so from soft, right? And the fact that I actually would have missed him if you guys hadn't said, hey, go back to Ymir, by the way. No, I probably would have gone back, but like you guys made sure that I didn't miss him. I know, the invisible boy, all this time, the invisible boy, it was real. It was just a little finger guy. He was great. He made me very happy. But also, the actual fight didn't have redeeming qualities in the same way that like Jory's fight did. I liked Jory's fight. Ymir is B because I like him, but also like his fight was just kind of wank. But like his like flipping, I am the finger man. Like I thought that was really funny. Love the weird stuff. Yes. Love the weird. He's a fun lad. Yeah. So he wins points for being a great design. Really fun story. Really liked him. I love just a guy that goes absolutely flipping nuts in a Souls game. But his fight was boring. His fight was he had the finger sorcery. It wasn't hard. He had low health. It was whatever, but he was flipping funny. Ymir's a little bit Mikolaj, but less annoying. Only slightly, right? His spell is one of the best defensive ones in the game. Oh, is that the one with it's like an orb, BT? I never used that one. I've got the image of it in my mind, like how it looks, but I never used it. Okay, oh, we've only got a few left now, right? Okay, we have the man on the pig. Talk to me about the man on the pig, guys. Commander Gaius, do you like the man on the pig? Gaius and his pal Gaia. Wank. Massive twat. Trash. Boo. Hiss. S+. Right. Okay. I'll explain to you why Gaius is in the S tier for me. Okay? In this essay, I will explain. Gaius, for me, went from a fight that felt absolutely impossible, right? To slowly like figuring it out, and then like my winning attempt was absolutely boss. Like I went from a worm to dominating this boss so hard. I'm being serious. My experience with this boss went from this is bloody awful to I am a god. I have learned this. I actually think he might be higher than Bayle. That's too far. That's too far. So I really, really liked him for that. The fact that he's just Gyobu as well. Big Gyobu energy. What I didn't like was the fact that they let you ride Torrent. I didn't like that. Because it's not good to fight, to ride Torrent for him. But the big thing, right? The big thing that is actually bringing him down to A tier. I am trolling. I did really, really like him. He's not flipping S tier. Is that he is so hard. So, like, literally, I don't know how I would have done that without Bloodhound stat. Like, because when the boar charges at you, which is all the time, by the way, he has 2 hitboxes. I think he's got, actually, I think he might have 3. I think he's got tusks, front legs, and back legs. And it kind of almost feels like you can't dodge it in one dodge. Charlie's solution was dodging sort of like diagonally, which means that you would dodge like the tusks and the front legs and you'd be out of the way for the back legs. That's why that was working. But I actually think the charge has like 3 hitboxes, which is disgusting. Like it should be 1. It should be the tusks. So that is I think that doesn't feel tough but fair. That feels unfair. Bloodhound stat trivialized it for me. It made it really, really fun, and that's why he is so high for me, because I feel like I went from like, this is impossible, to, oh, this is not that bad. And I really, really enjoyed it in the end. I really did. I really enjoyed this boss. I went from hating it to loving it. But the RL1, oh my god, I think we're going to rank him even higher after RL1. Have you seen the RL1 cheese for him? I'm so excited to fight Gaius at level 1, because he has the most delicious looking Gruyere. The brie. The debris. It's gonna be hilarious. You're gonna love it, guys. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be so satisfying, okay? And I loved Commander Gaius for those reasons. Physical design, the lore, right, okay, hang on. The lore, we have to touch on the lore. Shoehorn lore. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. The only good thing it did was put the name Radahn in my head, because it mentions that Gaius and Radahn and Messmer were buddies. So that puts Radahn in your head. Shoehorn Thorn. It is. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm with Charlie. It's trash. It's shoehorned in. It is there to put, like, Radahn in your mind, I think. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to talk about it. Also, who's Gaia? Who's Gaia? Who's Gaia? The boar. Gaia's definitely the boar. It's not shoehorned. Okay. Take him out. He's not missed at all. In the same way that Rellana is. Yes. Yes. I don't disagree with that. Yes. Rellana was shoehorned in. Oh, Rellana had a sister who went after Messmer. Yeah. They're both shoehorned. He is boring. Hey. But I love the fight. I love the fight. Right. Okay. Let's save you for last. I want to talk about the Skadoo. The sunflower. I want to talk about the sunflower and why the sunflower is a similar thing to Gaius for me, purely because I loved fighting the sunflower. Couple of attacks. The thorns that come towards you, one like that and one like that. Oh my god, that did so much damage. That was so hard to dodge. Don't know why. I could not get that dodge like down. The fact that as well, it was so confusing how it had like, it respawned twice. It had 3 health bars, which was so confusing because I was like, am I doing something wrong here? That forced me to think like, oh, what if I don't need to riposte it? And then we realized that the riposte, like if you stagger it, sorry, if you crit it, if you critical hit it, that makes the next phase start off with like less health. I loved that. It's a Cuphead boss. It's the sunflower. It glowed up. Loved the fight. Loved the design. Big evil heckin' flower. I love that it's like the Scadutree Avatar, as opposed to like the Air Tree Avatar, where the Air Tree Avatars are like, they use holy, they use light. But then so does this. So does this. But this is like a big dead sunflower using like the bleeds and the heckin' thorns and the... Right. Couple things I don't like. One of them is not Brenda, because I love Brenda. Hi, Brenda. A couple things I don't like about the sunflower. I don't think it needed 3 phases, but I'm kind of glad that it did because it's quite unique. Trying not to die. Are you fighting Margaret? This boss is ass, the worst one in the game. And no. Excuse me. I don't like... Who said how hidden it was? BT. I don't like how hidden it is. For how good the fight is, it should be easier to find. Also, it feels so... just there. You get Miquella's rune, Miquella's broken rune, which seems like it's meant to be really important, right? From this boss that loads of people will have missed. Each phase has a new attack, which I quite liked. But also, guys, remember, I'm a mage. I had, like, Comet and stuff. So it was really easy for me. It was an easy boss. I got it, like not even, like, 5 tries, maybe? Yeah, it is one of my faves. Yeah, it's... If I put it in S tier, I think that's a bit far. It's not quite Bayle levels. It's A tier. Yeah, it's A tier for me. Yeah, I like it. I think if this boss was more unique than just a big flower, I'd be happy with it. Is this a big decaying heckin' dead sunflower? I liked it. And then when you kill it, you get a big heckin' sunflower to bonk people with. It's good. Hi, UJ. Miquella's rune is important for dealing with the final boss's grab. What? Yeah, I never got killed by the grab. I was, after we killed Radahn, I was like, oh, sugar. I never saw the death animation. It dispels the grab effect. Oh, what? Oh, that's so cool. Dispels his, like, charm. It stops the second grab. So it wouldn't have killed me. Oh, no, I'd have to use the rune. After the first grab, it undoes the effect. Ah, okay. Ah, that's so cool. I love that. Why does the sunflower have it? Yes, Charlie! Why does a flippin' flower have it? Why? Because it's near, because it's the very foot of the shadow tree. That's why. I think Miquella went there, cast it aside, the flower flippin' found it. Right, I liked the Scadutree Avatar. Okay, very few left now, very few left. We have Midra. Midra's Manse. Oh, Princess F tier. Oh my god, I loved Midra. There was things I didn't love about Midra. It's definitely between these two for me. So when you say S+, Yaksha, S+ is your favorite boss. S+ has room for one boss and one boss only. Is Midra your favorite boss in the DLC? A lot of people saying S. Do you know what I There's one thing that's annoying me, and it's not like, I don't think it's enough to bring it down for, I think he is S, because he is flippin' great. Midra, right. The fake out, the first time, when you see just little old man, like, and you kill just little old guy, I don't like that you have to do that every time. Having to kill the little guy at the start every time is a bit annoying. Yeah, it takes away from how good that like reveal was. That like twist where it's just a little guy. I think on subsequent attempts it should have been Golden Fog straight into Frenzied Flame. And the cutscene is great though, him like literally pulling his own head off, like with his spine with it, and his spine becoming his like sword, and his like flippin' his attacks, his like frenzy attacks are so good. He is so good. I think I kind of broke him by being a mage, because he just went like full passive mode and didn't really do much to me. So again, this might change after more playthroughs, but he was too quick to... So you're saying that as well, Addy? He was wish he had more health. Okay, so Charlie was definitely melee, so it wasn't just a mage thing. Second health bar would have been cool. Yeah, but like the whole right, a second health bar, the boss needs to be completely different. So like Messmer, how Messmer like gets taken over by the snakes, and like Radahn with Miquella. That's not a second health bar, but like, you know what I mean? Like it needs to be completely different. Midra's fight wouldn't really hit, the design wouldn't really support a second health bar, but he should have had more health, I think. Yeah. Also, the fact they showed that in the cutscene in the trailer. That's right, yeah. I don't feel like that took away from it though. I think because I found him so late that I was like, oh, that's this guy. You know what I mean? Midra's Manse as a legacy dungeon, I really, really liked. Too many graces. Too many graces, but I really liked him. He's basically like what if for players that go for Frenzied Flip. Yeah, which I did on my character, which was really cool. I feel like the only person who struggled. I don't think so, Thorn. I don't think he was like, I don't think the boss is easy. I think I found him easy because of when I did it, how late in the playthrough I did it, and because of the attacks that I had against him. He does kind of have a phase too, because you get him to like halfway and he starts doing more crazy attacks. Yeah, he hits really hard as well. Hearing him screaming, yeah, when you're going through the mansion. Very cool. Yeah, but we like me. So there's a lot of us agreeing that Midra could be better. I agree he could be better, but I still think he's S tier. He was quality. Visually, Mechanically, the lead up, the fake out, yeah, I loved him. And the whole like flipping cathedral around you. Well, it's not a cathedral, is it? It's a bit churchy. Like going all like on fire, it's just a spectacle. It's a spectacle in the same way that Bayle is, I think. Like Bayle could have been better, but still S tier. Yeah. Yeah. And then Charlie was like, beat him second try, mate. Oh, really? That doesn't mean he's good though. Like if he's easy, that doesn't mean he's good. And if he's easy, that doesn't mean he's bad. Do you know what I mean? 3 bosses left. Next up is Romina, Saint of the Bud. Romina was quite easy for me. Very cool. She's not S. It's between A and B, I think. I liked Romina. Underwhelming. Yeah. Very fun to fight, though. Very pretty. Very pretty, very fun to fight. The hitboxes kept throwing me off because, like, she's kind of diagonal. So, like, I remember it being, like, not super straightforward. Disliked, really? B, I guess, but too squishy. Or, like, died too quick. I love her design, her visual design, the butterflies. Yeah, Hannah. Fun, not too challenging. Which is a bit disappointing for a required boss. I think she definitely should have been harder. Yeah, just a touch too easy. Yeah, totally agree. The flow was cool, but she should have had more health. What's the point of her though? Yeah, the lore is a bit weird because it's like she is guarding the tree, the ceiling tree, the tree that is masking the Shadow Tower. So very important. That's because that's where Mikola is. I need to watch the story trailer again. This should have been the Leda fight. And then the Leda fight should have been Empyrean X2. What do you mean Empyrean X2? The problem is I like her though. She doesn't have... Does she have... Right, let's look at what else I've put here. Do I like her as much as these guys? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I liked Romina. She could have been better. So, in the same way that Midra could have been better, but was still S tier, she could have been better, but is still A tier. I think. For me. I think she's cool. I liked her. I liked fighting her. I liked the mechanics. I liked the design. Lore was lacking. Yeah. I wasn't excited to see her because I was like, what's this heckin' Najka type lassie? And she didn't have a cutscene where you almost saw her boobies, so. A. I watched a 7-hour video on the lore. Was that Smowtown? It's her church that was burned down. She turned into Scarlet Rot to be reborn. She was more... Ah! So she's like a more willing Malenia. So that's really cool. Empyrean Shadow Duo. Mikola and Malenia's shadows. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember reading you said this, Charlie. Like why does Rani have a shadow? And like none of the rest of them do? That would have been cool. See, that would have made more sense. That would have tied into the base game. But does that assume that you've killed Malenia, which they couldn't really have in a side-by-side like DLC? Where's Finger Mummy? A tier. I liked her. Hey, go Pat, go! She is the worst of the A tiers. I think maybe Jody is, or Furnace Golems, or Death. Yeah, would that be Jagged Peak Drakes in the A tier? I do like the dragons, to be fair. Yeah, I stand by her being an A, I think. Centipedes are more related to butterflies than they are to scorpions. Really? Huh. Marika, oh, Marika's got Malekith, yeah. Godfrey, wait, what does Godfrey have? Because Suresh isn't like, he's not a shadow, is he? Is it a shadow? The shadows were all like wolf-like though. Anyway, it's criminal. We still don't know what it is. Melania's shadow. Yeah, it's weird that, yeah. Godfrey's not an Empyrean. So what is, no, but what is Suresh to Godfrey? Was it something that was like holding back his like Horalu, like alter ego? Because he gets rid of it. It's like he's like a spirit beast. He gets rid of it and then he goes like all heckin' WWE. Keeps the rage back, yeah. Hearing all the things that people wanted in the DLC makes me want an Elden Ring too. It's so sad to think that that's it. They've said no more DLC when there's so many, like, I wouldn't call them plot holes. There's so many opportunities for things they haven't covered. It's a shame. We are down to just 2 bosses. One that people would argue is not a boss, but then I would say that the Furnace Golems are also not a boss. Leda and pals. Okay, so the one redeeming thing about this fight was that it made sense. It made sense, I guess. I really dislike this fight. But when I brought the boys, I hate gank fights. I hate it. There was 2 in Lies of P. I hated it. But she is saved from the F tier because we went through the DLC and I quite liked these characters. I really liked Leda. Horn Scent was okay, I guess. Dane, Tholier, Ansbach, huge fan. Doomsock, huge fan. Hello. I liked the NPCs. So to get to a point, we're no longer in the DLC, are we? Oh, this is Melania. To get to a point where we're like, they are so brainwashed by Mikola that they're literally like, they're our final hurdle before getting to him. Lore-wise, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. But fight-wise, I hate it with a flippin' passion. I don't think it is, it's not the kind of challenge that I like. Yeah, it's gank. So when we say gank, we mean deliberately outnumbering you. A fight that is designed for you to summon. And for someone who was trying to go through the whole game solo, with the exception of Bayle. No, I don't like PvP, Go. No, I don't like PvP. I like a big boss that I can learn, mechanics I can learn, and like I could learn one thing at a time. I could actually go as far as learning 2 things at a time. But the Leda and pals fight, I just didn't. Yeah. So yeah, the game is designed around summoning. Yeah. Sorry, so I'm getting to a point. This fight, right, and this is the thing saving it from the S tier. This fight was designed around the relationships that you made along the way, and having, because I did Tolier's quest and because I did Ansbach's quest, because of the relationships I'd made with them, being able to summon them in to help me with this gank fight, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty good. I wish I just hadn't been in such a bad mood about it. This is the thing as well that's holding it back, right? I just have such bad feelings about it. In the same way that I have good feelings about Jory, because Jory made me laugh, I have bad feelings about Leda, because I was like, it was like 9:30 at night. I was so determined that that was the day that we were going to find the final boss, and I was stuck on this stupid flipping gank fight. It really annoyed me. Okay. Leda, yeah. So one last thing about Leda. So I think she is actually a high D for me, but I still just have that heckin' just bad feelings. Disliked in the same way that I disliked Putrescent Knight. Does have redeeming qualities, and that's why they're not in F. Onze has no redeeming qualities, I'm sorry. It would be C for the lore, but I was just in such a bad mood. Like I say, this might change on future playthroughs. She's in such a bad mood. I was in such a... Was so angry. So unfair. The flipping rot pots. Oh, God. Honestly, he's just a little guy. I hate him. No, I hate him. I hate him. Okay, now the one that's going to make everyone, I think, discuss. Yeah. Hi, GRH. Good afternoon. Consort Radahn. Final boss. It's given too much hate. Right. Okay. I want to first talk about the difficulty. Okay. This boss is really difficult. Okay. And like, if you've fought it, you'll understand. If you've not fought it, basically, you can have difficult bosses in this game, but if they feel fair, if they feel like you can learn them and get good at them, you get that satisfaction of like, oh my god, I got good at this. Radahn doesn't have that. I felt there was some attacks that even after, like, I think I had about 100 tries. I haven't counted my tries. Even after 100 tries, I still couldn't dodge. I had to not respec, but I had to completely, like, re-equip myself. I used a shield. I used shield grease, which I've never used in my life. I used flipping barricade shield. I was a mage blocking, which just made me so angry. I had to completely change how I flipping fought to not instantly die on this boss. So yeah, difficulty, it was hard, but not fair. As for whether it was fun, the fun factor was definitely challenged by the difficulty. Because there would be so many, especially phase 2. Oh, actually, hang on, right, that's one thing I want to say. Phase 2 is too early. Phase 2 is way too early. Phase 2 should have been 50%. Boss would still have been really hard, but would have felt just that little bit more fair, I think. Phase 2 at the minute is at 70%. Which, like, is too early. Phase 1 is really good. If we were judging this on Phase 1 alone, it's an easy S tier. Because Phase 1 is really good. It starts off really impossible, and then you learn how to dodge each. There was one attack in Phase 1. One, and it's when he does that. Did you know you have to be fat rolling to dodge that? I'd linked it in the forum, I think yesterday. That annoyed the hell out of me. You can't, no, because if you're light rolling, you can't dodge all three of them. I kept getting hit by the second hit. No matter what I did, it annoyed the hell out of me. My time has come. Or mid roll? No, I tried it mid and I tried it light and I just could not get it. You roll on him. Okay, so I was, right, that'll be it then. I was never like that close to him. I was in phase 2 actually. That attack annoyed me. Really annoyed me. But other than that, that was the only one. Like, phase 1, other than that, I think is fantastic. It's really good. Didn't take too long to learn phase 1. But phase 2, wait, isn't too difficult strategy-wise with the visuals. Right, okay, so yeah, alright, okay, so, yeah, the big thing about this boss is you can't flip and see. Oh, God. Which definitely contributes to the, like, hard, unfair, rubbish, like, element of it. You have Nicola's massive flippin' hair flying about. If you're melee, which actually it's better to be up close to him, as we found. There's a couple of attacks that are much easier to dodge if you're, like, right up in his groin. You can't see anything. You can't see, because you're so close. You can't even see his hand, so you don't know what attack he's about to do, because you're like, huh. Visually, the flippin' flashbang. Oh god, it was so uncomfortable, so hard to see. What would have fixed that is if they had, you know how when you ride torrent, when you jump on torrent, and your camera pulls back just slightly, That would have made such a difference on this fight if the camera just pulled back that little bit. I think it actually does that on Elden Beast. I think you have a zoomed out camera. The camera, it spoils a lot of bosses. Hippo came to mind as well. And Dancing Lion. Yeah, phase 2, there's too many annoying attacks. It's not that they're hard. I mean, they are hard because they're annoying. But it's amazing how much you can counter just with blocking. That was amazing. Like the big heckin' hammer of dawn, I don't know what to call it, Michaela's flipping laser, right? You can block that and it did like no damage, actually, to me. It did like the tiniest little bit. You can block it. Which just felt so weird. I didn't enjoy it. I found out a way to beat it, but I didn't enjoy it. As opposed to something like Messmer, where I found out a way to beat it and loved it. Radahn, I didn't have that. Oh. So with all that in mind, in my opinion, I feel the same way that I do with Radahn as I do about Malenia. But at least Malenia I can see. I would rank Malenia among my favorite bosses. This is the thing. This is the weird way in how I work, right? Where if something really annoys me, it weirdly makes me like it more. The camera and gravity also need to be on the tier list. Sorry, I've got a lot of like Radahn things to read. Just in a sec. Right, I need to go with my gut. Bearing in mind that I love phase 1, I love the feeling that I did it, I learned it. It took forever, but I learned it. I didn't learn it flawlessly. I didn't learn to dodge every attack, but I learned it and it was very exciting. The feeling, oh my god, of finally killing him was unmatched. I'd liken that to like among my like best feelings like in challenge runs and stuff. I'm keeping him here. Oh, I'm keeping him here. I think. Because of the weird way my mind works where... Oh, I don't know. I also really flippin' hated him though. This is the weird part. Like... Yeah, this is just DLC bosses, Tom. This is the first one I've really struggled with. I would love to get to the point where I'm as good as at Radahn as I am at Malenia. I've been watching people do Radahn like hitless and I watch it and I think I would love to like learn that. I'm gonna keep him on A. Oh, that's my tier list. So, that's my tier list. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see it all. There you go. Right, what are you guys saying about Radahn? I didn't want anyone to influence where I put him. Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot. If this is what future bosses will be like, then I don't think I'd enjoy future games. It does set a weird prescient, doesn't it, for the future, in the way that it's like, please keep making tough but fair. Stop making tough but unfair. Yeah. Also the cameras. Yeah, oh god. I stood naked for light roll and it ruined me. That one attack. Phase 1 is S tier. Phase 2, the visuals, yep. Fat rolling in the DLC has a huge advantage. It does. Yeah, it does. I wouldn't say huge, but for that attack, yeah. Phase 2 starts too early. Yep, I agree. It was a shock. I think there should have been 3 phases. There kind of is 3 phases though, because he meteors. So there kind of is. Oh, can we didn't talk about the meteor. We didn't talk about the fact that it's Mohg's body So he does some blood flame attacks. He's definitely A tier. God, I hate myself. If they lower the opacity of the holy light, it would have been better. So we could see Radahn on the other side of the light. I think just always assume that if you can't see anything, that he's a way to heck you up. An amazing clip of me and my two pals. When he does a meteor, we both shout, run, and my mate's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, you shout run?" I don't know why I saw short. What do you mean? Oh, Jen! Wait, Jen, do you think that Radahn is S? Even after it took you like 12 years? That's interesting. Addie's saying, yeah, I enjoy him, but it's like the light show, yay. Tell me you think A as well. I'm not alone. He's bad though. He's bad though. Messmer is FromSoft at their best. Radahn is them similar to Millennia, where they artificially make a boss nuts. Yeah. Yeah. Is Radahn the kind of boss that you want to have another crack at to be better at the fight? Yeah. As soon as he was dead, the day later, I was like, he's done. He's dead. I'm sad. He's gone. God, the Twin Moon Knight is so good, isn't it? Radahn had an interesting transition for me. He felt impossible, but once I sat down, fought him for an hour, found out how to fight him. Yeah, exactly. I love bosses like that seem impossible, and then you slowly, every try, we were learning something new. It was exhausting though. Yeah. We also, yes, exactly, Atrionics, we have to think about character design, boss design, lore as well. It all comes into it. C tier, not accessible boss fight. Visuals are very overwhelming, I agree. This is my personal opinion though. Oh, Sugar, Asriel, I need food and to mow the lawn. Oh, flip. Oh, Az. Sorry I missed you. If you're still there, have a good one. Yeah, when we got Millennia with the booty, that was, oh my god, I was pregnant. I was pregnant. I was very emotional. If you guys want to do the tier list for yourself, I'm gonna wait to look at everyone else's just shortly. So it's pinned in the chat. You hate him in the moment, but you like him in hindsight. Yeah. Except Gaius. I liked Gaius. Yeah, phase 1. Yeah, if we could rank phase 1 and phase 2 separately. But no, it's all the same fight. It's an honest list. And I've got reasons for everything, and we talked for 3 hours about it, so. Radahn being the hardest boss of the DLC is what he needs to be. The thing is though, he was hard for the wrong reasons, I think. After banging my head against him for ages, then I used a shield and beat him first time with the shield. Yeah, it's actually, I feel like a fight that you need to use something pisses me off. Like if I need to use Bloodhound Step for Gaius, that pisses me off, now that I think about it. I'd agree with A. Michael thinks S+, you flippin', that's Stockholm Syndrome. He's not S+, he's not the best boss in the game. No way. Is he harder than Kos? I didn't think Kos was that bad. But just because Bloodborne isn't that bad. Because Bloodborne has very forgiving mechanics. So I think he is harder than Kos, yes. These feelings from Dark Souls 3 onwards, everything is too hard for me now. Yeah, I feel it, Mick. It's like, how can we step this up? Start panic rolling. You run to the side, right? I think Kos harder. Oh! See, I always think that Bloodborne, like, it just rewards spam. And Elden Ring is the opposite. Yeah. Kos has aged really well. I haven't played in so long, to be fair. Radahn, he's not hard for the wrong reason. They went a bit far with the flashbacks. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think I feel the same. I think if they change those two things, he'd be S for me, but he's not. He's A. The 50% phase 2, and also the camera pulling back slightly, I think. Yeah. He's S plus, but below Bayle and Messmer. So he's not S plus. So S plus is one boss, your favorite boss. S can have multiple, but S plus is like one. It's like your favorite. Yes, in these games, every build should be viable. You should never feel like you have to use something to be able to beat a boss. Yes, like we shouldn't have to parry or block to beat a boss. That's just pure boss design, if that's the case. Rykard. Serpent Hunter. But we've beaten Rykard with other things. But it was very hard.